friends, it's Rabbi Jenny Solomon here on Tuesday afternoon, June 9th. I'm about to settle into my mincha moment, my afternoon practice of being with my breath, being with my prayers, being with my soul, and I'm grateful to be able to share that with you. So these words that I want to share with you are really inspired by teaching by my friend and colleague, Rabbi Mark Margolius. He shared them last week, and they really continue to be supportive to me in my own practice, so I'm happy to share them with you. So in this week's Torah portion, Beha'alotcha, one of the interesting things that happen is that Moses' siblings, Aaron and Miriam, get together, as siblings often do, and complain about their brother Moses. They have two complaints. The first is that Moshe is going to marry a Cushite. So this is interesting in light of the issues around racism and racial difference that we continue to struggle with to this very day. But the other complaint is that God is able to speak directly to Moshe, mouth to mouth. And they're jealous, they're envious that God can communicate with Moshe in this way, but for everyone else, it's different. It's an understandable complaint. So the Torah goes on to explain why does he get to speak to God in this particular way? It's because he is Ne'eman. Ne'eman comes from that same root word emunah, or even the word amen, which most of us are familiar with. And it means to be faithful, steadfast, reliable, trustworthy. So Moshe was all of these things in abundance. And the Torah goes on to describe him according to Rashbam, Rashi's grandson, to say that this quality of Ne'eman, being Ne'eman or Emunah, is really a manifestation of being Kavua u'miusad. So Kavua means fixed like a mezuzah on a doorpost, and miusad, grounded, rooted. I think these are two words and two ways of practicing and training in being trustworthy, reliable, and faithful that we can actually bring into our practice. Embodying, building up within our hearts this quality of kavua, fixed, u'miusad, rooted, grounded, connected to our foundation. So I invite you to find a space to sit, maybe even close to the ground if possible, and to find a good seat, a shape that will allow you to be calm and alert, to feel safe and supported, but also relaxed and aware. And to close your eyes. To begin by taking a couple of deep breaths. Just coming back home to these bodies, to the ground beneath us, to our breath. To allow the shoulders to drift downwards along the spine. To soften any muscles in the face which are holding tension, the neck, the jaw, the forehead, the eyes. To feel our bodies making contact with the seat or the ground. And to feel this sort of opposing pull of gravity rooting us down, and our dignity and our breath pulling us up. And as we sit with our breath and with our body, with our awareness, we notice, what does it feel like to be kavua umusad, fixed and grounded? We notice our lungs breathing, heart beating, thoughts moving, breath circling. All of these micro movements, all of these qualities of aliveness, even as we sense a steadiness, a reliability, a rootedness, and a commitment to being planted right here, right now. There's a great African-American spiritual sung by many artists, including the great Mavis Staples, inspired by a verse in Jeremiah about a tree planted by the water that shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. On the road to justice, we shall not be moved. On the road of justice, we shall not be moved, like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. As we move into the rest of the day and the days ahead, may we be awakened to the pulse of life and the possibility for change and motion that reverberates inside of each one of our bodies, even as we hold fast to our roots, to the ground, to our values, and to our sacred pursuit of holiness and wholeness and justice.